Hello, I'm Sarah Suter from PK Law in San Diego. And this is Kathy Sabater here with me. I'm an estate planning attorney, and Kathy is here as a mortgage planner.
Great. Thank you so much, Sarah, for joining me. We are here to talk about the importance of having an estate plan. There's certain sections that it consists of, and what are those things that the estate planning consists of, Sarah?
So a basic estate plan is going to be comprised of a revocable living trust, pour over wills, powers of attorney for medical decisions, as well as financial decisions, and an assignment of personal property to the trust generally will also be included. And then just the funding of the trust is also kind of a part of that.
Right. And so what is the real importance of having an estate plan, especially if you're a homeowner?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So if you're a homeowner, getting your property into trust is very important in California. And that's because our probate system is so expensive and it's so time consuming for your heirs. So if something were to happen to you, essentially the probate system uses a fixed fee of the gross value of your property to determine the fee that it costs essentially to have that asset probated. So in other words, it's expensive and time consuming.
So that means you really cannot afford to not have an estate plan, because the first thing is, as an individual, if you're no longer there, people don't know what your wishes are. So that's number one. And then number two, as a family, it's very difficult to then mourn because you're busy worrying about things that you may or may not have control over, because there's nothing in place that the individual may or family member would have left you so that you can feel comfortable about taking care of their estate. So when it comes to advanced health directive, because you mentioned that, and so how does that work?
Yeah, so definitely, like you said, having everything in writing is so important. Because you think that, well, what I want is simple, it would be known, but it's not. It has to be in writing. And in order for someone to be able to make any decisions for you, so you have to have someone who is there and authorized to make any medical decisions for you. And it's key to have the HIPAA provisions in that, or else, because of privacy laws relating to healthcare, it's very difficult for someone to be involved in your medical care in the case that you couldn't be involved in your own. So that's key, as well as, of course, the financial aspect. So if something were to unexpectedly happen to you, no one can get into your bank account. No one can actually pay for the medical services that you may need, or, pay your mortgage, or pay for, whatever other routine expenses that you have during that time when you're not able to do that yourself.
Because a lot of people think that a trust, also an estate plan, has to do with you're no longer here, but that advanced directive also helps with people if you become incapacitated.
Absolutely.
So therefore, you want something in writing because you can tell someone something, as you just mentioned, but then when you go to the hospital or what have you, you don't actually have the right to manage that person. But really, at the end, the estate plan is for you, so that one, you can let your loved ones really be able to relax and enjoy, or most importantly, meet your particular needs because you have it in writing, right? So that's what Sarah does. Sarah takes the time to, you have to fill out like a little questionnaire, but it's all about you taking the first step in getting the form filled out. It's a questionnaire. It's pretty comprehensive, right? But it's still kind of easy to get the process started, right, Sarah?
It's pretty easy. Yeah, the questionnaire is only 2 pages. So I can get a basic understanding of your situation. And then from there, I make suggestions. But the whole process can be very easy, as long as, you take the time to fill out the information and then actually get it all signed. And absolutely.
Got it. So Sarah, how can they reach you? And we're definitely going to make sure that you have a questionnaire so that at least you can get the first step started. And that is to take a step back, to think about what you want, and then put it in writing, and then Sarah will walk you through each step of the way. What's your phone number, Sarah?
It's 858-900-5950.
Great. Thank you so much.